Talking of Welshmen, you can see Alec Goff in the front row there, just conversing. Some of the sponsors in the throne seats. There he is. Speaking actually with Mohammed Al Saeed, who graduated from Manchester University. Used to play him in the Busa competition. A very good player, Mohammed Al Saeed. He's been over here for 12 years now. He's conversing with Alec Goff. What are you feeling for this third game, Johnny? Do you think?
I think, as I said in the wrap-up, that I think that the third game is going to decide who wins this match.
You do. You're going to go for that call.
And out 1 love.
Well, the Viper's starting to wrong foot, making a little bit too much for his liking. He needs to tighten up down the line, because otherwise the ball's just going to be fired in like that, tight to the wall, and you'll be resorting to heavy defence.
7 winners for Momen in the second game, and it's the only way he knows how to play. So the angles, as you say, Johnny, need to be minimised. Just want to give a shout out to somebody.
And out 2-all.
Simon Ross, sorry. Gaynor and Simon from Wigington Squash Club. I remember Wigington playing league. Did you ever play any leagues in England?
No.
No, okay, fine. Anyway.
And this is exactly what Makin has to do. Previous rally got somewhat of an unforced error, and then he follows it up with a winner, and he needs to keep knocking those winners in at this level.
Those shots are working so well. Brought back from the 90s, Rod Martin. Starting those ones, and now Rod Owens coaching that to his players.
And out 3-all.
1-all, 3-all.
Moment's finding nice lines which are pushing the Tiger to all corners.
This is...
Doesn't want to get trapped in the corner, the Tiger.
No, he's doing some serious work here. Just hypnotising him, isn't he, at the moment with his eyes, the Viper. He's working hard, Makin. Could do with a couple of unforced errors, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen that easily from Momen. Not when he's playing like that, Johnny. What would you say to try and use a bit more of that front wall? Use a bit more height, give himself a little bit of respite, test Tarek Momen above the shoulder a bit more on the volleys?
Definitely, especially on the defence. He's been, perhaps early on, he's just been dropping a little bit too much.
Oh, comes back though. When will we ever see the Viper have a bad movement day? I just can't imagine it.
Trying to inject more pace with his hitting now. It's not high enough.
The work rate for me is just a bit too much for the Golden Tiger at the moment. He needs to try to get some type of rest, but he's working too hard here, Johnny. He won't be able to sustain this. Doesn't matter how strong and fit he is, he's not going to be able to sustain this type of movement. There needs to be a mixture of a change of tactic, more use of the front wall, keeping it tight, and also hoping for the possibility that there might be a couple of free points from Momen, because Tarek Momen is just going to get quicker and keep moving and twisting. He just did it against James Wallstrop brilliantly. There's the ease of movement. So careful going short.
100%, and he's eating up those volleys around the middle. And like you said, if he is just moving onto the ball at top speed and then trying to hit harder, that's a good answer. But like you said, to having hit shots like that all the time to win points and is going to be difficult.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous. Look at this though. That's what it has to be. I mean,
That was very low.
That was very strong.
And again, what a fantastic drop.
Yeah, so
It was a winning shot, and you should have gone behind him as well.
So 2 quick points that are needed here for Makin. Inch perfect.
And the edginess is back suddenly.
6-5.
The ability of Makin to just put little seeds of doubt in Momen's mind has been very impressive for a guy who's first time on this platform of a quarter-final.
Very impressive. It looks like he should be there, doesn't it? It doesn't look like it's somebody that's had a great run through and is kind of making up the numbers at all. Because at the moment we're 1-all,
6-5.
and he's 6-5 up. And this is another side to him, which, you know, I was saying about the physicality of it. He can't sustain it, but this is the gutsy side and the intelligent side that he does start to adapt. It just makes it mentally hard. Reverses. He's had a bit of a recovery.
Great line.
He's had a massive recovery here. His heart rate's gone down to 168.
7-5.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I mean, both of us were we had the feeling that that hard push that he made in the rallies, three rallies ago.
I know. I thought you were looking at me because you thought I said something wrong.
No,
so I was
not at all. I'm
a bit aggressive there. Sorry about that, Johnny. Retract that.
We're underestimating the physical qualities of the Golden Tiger, that he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, I think we have done a bit there. Apologise for that.
This has worked in his favour.
Sorry, Johnny.
8-5.
But his heart rate is down to 168 now. So he's... Look, and you can just see his composure and his body language. How does he do it? Through breathing techniques?
$1 million question.
This is massive.
We saw Momen in the previous rounds peppering to the front of the court, but here there's a lot more of a mix of that kind of line. That's another great line.
Well, you can't work any harder. Crowd cheering Momen, but there really should be some people cheering Makin, because he is working and working and working. Tarek Momen's having to pull out all the quality of a world number 4.
First sloppy error from Makin for a long time.
Heart rate's gone back up to the 180s for Makin. He's mid-180s again.
He's not pulling away from the aggression at all, Joey.
Yeah, it's a good squeeze. This is the problem with playing somebody of Momen's speed, that ease of counter drop. There's the ease of counter drop. He comes back with interest, and he's got to be careful with that Makin. Somehow try to steady the ship. Needs to steady the ship, Johnny.
Well, it's the very top players, even in those extreme circumstances, they're lifting a lot and slowing it down. But look at that, just plucked it out of the air.
That was Eye of the Tiger. Eye of the Tiger.
And out.
Sorry, you just about to shout something.
He's the maturing. We're watching the Golden Tiger mature by the day here.
Well, that's a great finish. He's not going to get a let there. Too good a finish from Makin.
10-8, game ball.
Johnny, when I think about steadying the ship, I start thinking about Life of Pi. Is it? 2 game balls for Makin for a 2-1 lead. Oh, he nearly got him. Great shot. It's a brilliant shot from Momen.
And now 9-10, game ball.
Ali Farag will be watching this, hoping that they will continue to take massive chunks out of each other. Oh, he's got it!
What about the lob?
It's a massive skid mark.
Yeah, but he can't stop.
How is that allowed?
Mr. Makin. Mr. Makin. You dived, so you have no right to appeal. Court service, please.
Them's the rules, Joey.
Pardon?
Them's the rules.
Yeah.
Literally 2 days ago, you told me the exact opposite rule. You said only the player. You said anyone could put their hand up because of safety. That's what you said.
No.
2 days later, you changed it.
No.
I bet Joel Makin's on the money there about what he's saying, but it doesn't really matter. The rules are that the guy who dived and even if you make the court unplayable, it doesn't matter. If Momen chooses to play on, you've got to play on.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Otherwise, you've got a situation where obviously with the dives, it just becomes a bit out of control. I mean, it was a brilliant dive, and we're into a very exciting tie-break in this third. 10-all. Fight back continues from Momen. Tight work. Quick.
It's loose.
Yeah, it was a bit loose there. Tiny work. Slightly wrong shot selection. So Momen serving with game ball.
Well, this is red line squash, Joey. It's just so cutthroat. If you're just a little bit out, you'll pay the penalty. It's all done while you're sprinting around. Top speed, back and front, side to side. And again, that is a go-to shot there. Joel Makin has been playing that shot on this court for the last, this is the 3rd day in a row.
Terrific shot. Good strength, kind of like a half volley, closing out the court. So back to even keel, testing now the physicality of the Viper. He's got to be careful.
He's locked it down.
He's got to be careful. Oh, that was wide. There's the post. Oh my goodness me. He got it! That's unbelievable. He got it. The Momen. Tarek Momen just got an unbelievable game. Can't believe he got this. That was a ridiculous get away. They're all shouting Derek now because of you, Johnny.
Well, that's why he's number 3 in the world, because he produces pickups like that which can either win your matches or lose your matches.
12-11.
Oh, that's loose again. Got away with it.
Oh. This is brutal. Oh!
Another lift. He's being forced to lift a lot more now, Makin. Nice little wrist shot, but now he's in trouble again. Big trouble, Joey.
He's up to his highest heart rate. It's 190.
We can hear it.
190. Oh,
This
is just pure brutality.
Oh, he's gone for the leisure centre post.
Oh.
And he's hit the 10! He's hit the 10!
He's made the error! 191 for Joel Makin. The Golden Tiger's heart is beating like there's no tomorrow. Look at that. How many times you see him like that? That is how much he's hurting. Very rarely does he show this. That was brutal. Brutal. Goodness gracious me. Back into it again. 12. Oh! And he gets a stroke. It's a cruel sport, Johnny. It's an evil sport. Lactic acid coming out of his ears and his eyeballs. Tarek Momen, eyes wide, serving 13-12.
Makin is just constantly on the defensive here. Cannot just survive on waiting for Momen to hit the tin. He's going to have to come up with some winners himself.
Oh, that's a great shot. It's a massive shot. It's a great shot from Momen. The chest of the Viper going up and down like the clappers there. What a brutal third game. 17 minutes in duration, this one. Great finish from Momen. Couldn't have finished it any better. Killer blow for Joel Makin. 38 minutes, I'll tell you, it's beyond hard. I mean, that doesn't do it justice, just the 38 minutes there. 16-minute third game. It's Momen that leads 2-1. Momenator, 9 winners, coming up with terrific attacks on the backhand side. That counter drop working really well for the Viper as he snakes in and out of the front left-hand corner. But also that forehand volley, key finish for him on game ball. See what Joel Makin can do tactically, because I said it, there's no way physically he's going to be able to keep pushing at that intensity. I just can't see it.
No, it was Tarek Momen who was controlling things early on, and he's starting to get onto some volleys around that tee line. And then Joel Makin was forced to chance his arm a little bit more. This is the difference now with Joel Makin's game at this level. He has to come up with winners against these guys to win these matches. And then there was some very, very taxing rallies where Momen was able to get Makin stretching to all parts of the court. And that brutality was the difference in the end. A beautiful finish from Tarek Momen. I think that was the clincher for this match. I don't see a way home here for Joel Makin.